Hi, we're Pale Waves, and this is our 5 essential tracks. Disintegration by The Cure, has to be that. I guess we chose this track because we sort of bonded over that track. We sort of became like best friends over listening to The Cure constantly.
It's my favourite song of all time and favourite album.
Do you remember when you first heard The Cure or really get into their music?
Well, Ciara's mum is like a massive fan of The Cure.
Like she introduced me to them, and like I guess it's nostalgic listening to them because she's so obsessed with them. Well, not obsessed, but she's a massive fan. Very much. Yeah, she's really into it.
And The Cure have a massive body of great songs. So why did you pick this particular one?
It was quite difficult, really, to pick one out of like so many great songs.
We could have easily done a 5 essential Cure tracks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it's like because when I heard that song, I was like completely like taken. I couldn't believe. It was insane. But like all the other songs are really good, but that one really like resonated with me. Yeah.
Is it the embodiment of what The Cure is all about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's just got his diary and like sang it. That's what I like about it.
It's sort of quite frantic, isn't it? The Downtown Lights, the Blue Nile, we started listening to them quite a lot when we did our first American tour. And I guess it's sort of really nostalgic listening to them. They remind me a lot of playing our first ever shows in America. So they've definitely become one of my favourite bands.
And his voice is just like amazing to listen to.
And they're from Glasgow as well, in Scotland. And I always like Scottish singers.
Yeah.
And my dad's Scottish, so maybe that's why. But yeah, they're a great band.
What's so good about Scottish singers? What's their unique selling point?
They have that Scottish twang within the voices, and it's almost quite, not aggressive, but
it makes the voice
desperate.
more interesting. And Irish singers as well.
Yeah.
Which takes us on to the next song.
The Cranberries, I Can't Be With You. She has one of the most beautiful voices that I have ever heard. That track just sort of really struck me in a way. 'Cause I can't be with you.
Again, the Cranberries, like The Cure, lots of great songs to pick. Radio's been blasting Zombie, of course, and Linger.
Linger, that's one of my favourite. You picked I Can't Be With You, but
why
I love
this
Linger.
one? I love it.
I don't know. I just think it's really relatable. And I just love her voice in it. And I love the energy of the song as well.
There were a lot of artists, paying their specs to Dolores on Twitter and Instagram. And a lot of the things I read was that she had a way of using her voice as a sort of instrument in a way that, like Hozier, I believe, said, never had been done up till then in rock, like the way she did.
I see a lot of Dolores and Heather, I think their voices have a similarity.
Yeah, I do take a lot of inspiration from her, definitely.
Just so, her voice is so beautiful.
It's just so sort of raw and vulnerable and
interesting as well.
You know, I really appreciate the honesty that she gave throughout her music and just into all of her songs.
I really like the Naked and Famous Youngblood because it reminds me of when I was in high school and just like listening to the production on it. I feel like it's like timeless. If it came out now, it'd be a hit. So, and I just love her voice as well. It's really interesting.
It's a timeless classic, and when I hear your music and the other tracks that you mentioned so far, time and age and it doesn't really seem to matter to you. You know, it's like you make songs that could have easily come out in the 80s, the 90s, but they're from now.
Yeah.
Is it in any way something that you wish you that you think to yourself, oh, I wish I was born earlier, or I'm in the wrong time, or that you just want to take the sound of then and bring it to the now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's just the production of the 80s and 90s that we're so interested in.
And the artists as well, though.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like it's nice to kind of take that inspiration and put our own modern twist on it. And being in this day and age as well is better because you can reach more people easier. So I guess we'd stay in this era, maybe.
We just like sort of putting our own twist on the 80s, taking that influence and, like you said, injecting it into our sort of modern music.
And the sound of the 80s, you told your mother was a big fan of The Cure. Was it in your house the same way? Did you find about all this sounds for your parents, or how did you really get hooked in on this 80s sound?
Yeah, I guess from both of our sides, it's because of our parents played that sort of music around the house constantly. So we grew up around it, and that's what we've always known in a way.
So they must really like the music that you're doing right now, because it's such a tribute to you know, that sound, that way of life, and you know, the whole package.
Yeah, our parents are probably our biggest fans.
God bless them.
I know. The Whole of the Moon by the Waterboys. We picked this track because
it's amazing.
We've listened to it like a lot recently.
Yeah.
And my dad, it's one of my dad's favourite songs as well, and he played it a lot whilst I was growing up. And I think they're from Glasgow as well, actually. I just love everything about it. It's so sort of obviously 80s.
Yeah.
Everything about it, the like musical instrumentation,
the bombastic production.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I wish it was our song, really. I wish we could take it and just have that song.
I really like the tone of his voice in it. It's really like kind of emotional.
Yeah. Scottish singers again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time to pick the 5 essential tracks and talking about them.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
If you like this video, then leave a comment. Only if it's nice, though.